Welcome to Upari Gaming. Today I'm gonna continue Scribing introductory quest, and I'm starting the Wing of the Indrik quest. This is the longer one, so let's start.
I'm glad you've chosen to stay, Interloper. The path to master scribing is not an easy one, but its rewards are innumerable. Your knight appears to be leaving. Did I ruffle her feathers with my cause?
She's going to report into the Mages Guild and request some assistance here.
A guild of mages? Fascinating, but a topic for another conversation. Let's stay focused. Ulfsild prepared for the day that someone would follow in her footsteps. She left behind resources, notes, and information for her eventual inheritor.
And you want me to be this inheritor?
What I want is immaterial. The luminaries will dictate your future as a scriber of grimoires, an editor of spells. That said, I am Ulfsild's familiar. I can guide your early steps, get you flying in the right direction. Where you perch is up to you.
Where do I start?
Ulfsild left a number of echoes, instructional illusions, scattered throughout the library. Their aim is to guide you through the process of contacting the luminaries, making allies of them once again. There's one just behind you. See for yourself.
I'll see what Ulfsild has to say then.
The echo at the base of the altar is just one of many. Much of the Scalarium's knowledge has been lost to time. But if Magnus wills it, Ulfsild's preparations should be enough to see us through.
What exactly is scribing?
Like a flock moving across the sky, scribing twists and turns in the wind. It was an art form, a discipline, and a life's work. And as she got to know the luminaries, it became a collaboration with her very best friends.
Why did Ulfsild develop scribing? I have already listened this.
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you. I've left behind another sort of guide, the true sight lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could.
See?
If you are seeing this, the Scroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you.
I'm listening.
I've left behind another sort of guide, the true sight lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could. I wish my time as the Scholarium had ended differently. Nothing would stop my husband from making his mad bargain. But through you, the art of scribing will live on.
Yes. Okay, so I have to go here.
I made this lens so you might see the world as I do. The very warp and weft of magic laid out before me. A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the luminaries. Follow these signposts, and you will find their domains. I made this lens so you might see the world as I do. A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the luminaries. Follow. I saw signs of this ancient magic from an early age. Certain fables seem to sing with the same magic. Only when I was grown did I revisit them. That was how I found the Indrik. And the Indrik is who I urge you to seek out first.
Okay. So I guess I didn't get any physical object.
Good. You found the lens. It will be your most important tool in tracing a path to the luminaries. Merely holding the lens will attune you to the flow of magic. You will begin to see focal points, impressions left behind by these mystical beings.
How do I use these focal points?
It's quite simple. Stand in one and peer through the lens. Hidden magics in many forms will be revealed to you. Doors, glyphs, even secrets layered within tomes. But here, enough talk. Let's begin.
Where do I start?
Gather your feathers about you. Nearby you will see a focal point and the fable of the Indrik. Read the book, then step into the focal point. Peer through the lens, and you'll see the tome in an all-new light.
I'll give it a try.
Ulfsild's secrets are all around us. You need only know where to look. Read the fable of the Indrik, then use the lens and re-examine the tome. You'll see what I mean.
Can you tell me more about this lens?
Ulfsild created the True Sight lens as she developed the art of scribing. From a young age, she could see magic in a way few others could. This intuitive understanding of magic was what led her to the luminaries, and inspired scribing itself.
If she could see magic, why did she need the lens?
Seeing and understanding are two different things, interloper. The lens was a tool, a high branch to give her a bird's-eye view of impressions left behind by the luminaries.
What do you mean she could see magic?
From a very young age, Archmage Ulfsild found she could see the current of magic as it flowed across Nirn. Faintly at times, more strongly in others. A rare and precious gift, one granted by Magnus himself, no doubt.
Okay.
Now enter the focal point and peer through the lens. You will see what was unseen in the fable.
Ah.
Excellent.
Okay. So I guess I have to go to Oridan next.
You've seen the hidden annotations then, and you know where you are going?
It looks like Ulfsild notes lead to Oridan.
You should be able to follow those annotations in sequence, leading you from location to location. Just like the hunter in the fable, you seek the Indrik now. Let Ulfsild be your guide.
Is there anything else I need to know?
As this is your first time, I will accompany you into the field. Not everything you need to know is on the page. I will teach you how to break the luminary wards and retrieve key fragments to enter the Indrik's domain.
I'll see you in Oridan then.
I'll meet you at the Lady's Standing Stone in Oridon. How nice it'll be to really stretch my wings again.
Do all the luminaries have fables like this?
Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. A small handful of her annotated volumes will be needed to find the luminaries. Beyond the Indrik, you will seek them out in whatever order you choose.
Why am starting with the Indrik?
Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the luminaries to ally with the Archmage, and the first to commit his power to the altar. If any of these unorthodox beings are still loyal to Ulfsild, I felt he would be the one.
I'm not sure how the luminaries connect to scribing or the altar.
Tilt your head and think of the altar as the heart of the Scalarium. Without it, the library would simply be a graveyard of tomes. A lifeless shell filled with old knowledge and stories of the past. What makes that heart beat? What gives it life?
The luminaries of magic?
Yes. Before the doors were sealed, the Indrik, Nesh, Dragon, and Griffin fed the altar their strength. Now the heart of the Scalarium struggles to beat, and without that beating heart, your mastery of scribing will stagnate.
How do we know they will be willing to share their strength with the altar again?
Ah, there's the trick. We don't. Ulfsild underwent trials to prove her worth, to gain their trust. But that was lifetimes ago. All we can hope to do now is find the luminaries and remind them of their promise to Ulfsild. The rest is up to you.
Yes. Ah, never mind. I thought I could get more easily to Oregon. Of course I could. I could use fast travel, but okay. So this makes this little bit faster. Not that doesn't really matter when this quest line is like what 6 hours long. So let's see. So there.
Here we are, where the fabled chase began. Ah, what a flight! I almost didn't want to land. But, to business. The luminaries are beings of great power. Each has a domain they have shaped to their choosing. Each domain has a door, and each door, of course, has a key.
Where can I find this key?
As I said in the library, let the fable be your guide. We are here at the Lady, the first annotated location in the fable. Just as you did back at the Scalarium, peer through the true sight lens within a focal point.
What am I looking for?
Magic wards left behind by the Indrik. A trio of these wards hide a fragment of his key. Once revealed, these wards can be dispelled from a distance. Clear them all, and the key fragment will be revealed. Don't worry, I'll help you find it.
Only a fragment of a key.
If the luminaries share one trait, it's a love of a challenge overcome. Yes, you'll need to gather 3 key fragments to open the Indrik's door. Let's begin. And remember, if you lose your sight, there will always be more focal points at hand.
Alright, I'll use the lens and find the Indrik's wards.
Peer through the lens, reveal the wards, and claim the key fragment. This may seem a small step, but an incredible path waits before you. The lens shows magic the way Ulfsild saw it. Shades of how the luminaries see it. Now, find the wards. Your vision has faded. Find another focal point. Each will be in sight of a ward.
Okay, let's use this one.
Your vision has faded once more. Find another focal point.
Use
Peer through the
this
lens
one.
and break the wards to find the key fragment.
Oh, there.
The wards are gone, and the fragment revealed. yours. Well done. You've taken to this well. Your early steps to master scribing. But from here I must take my leave. Return to the Scalarium. Ulfsild, I believe, wanted her inheritor to walk this path alone.
All right. I just need to find the other two key fragments, right?
Just as you did here, use the fable to find your way. Dispel the wards, and with key in hand, you should be able to open the door and meet the luminary Indrik face to face.
What then?
He will likely ask you to prove yourself worthy of his power. I have a good feeling about you, interloper, altar breaker. I have faith you can do it. Magnus guide you on your journey, and I'll see you back at the Scalarium.
See you there.
Just remember, you can always reference the fable of the Indrik from your bag. Ulfsild's annotations will guide you on your journey. Find the wards, obtain the fragments, and soon you shall meet your first luminary of magic.
Can you remind me where the other key fragments are here in Oridan?
Just remember, in your quest to meet other luminaries, I will not be around to act as a guide. The next set of wards lie within the ruins of Omdil. The third are on the eastern island of Buranim. Ulfsild's annotations make that clear.
And the door to the Indrik's domain?
It lies on an island off the southwest coast of Oradon, atop a rise that now features a lighthouse beacon. You'll find it, interloper, just as Ulfsild did all those years ago.
Okay.
Ready to ride. Yeah.
Don't know why I'm opening
Anything
these.
good?
Okay, so to the delve.
Excellent. The wards are nearby. Seek the key fragment. Walk the path.
What? Oh, there.
You want to die? Fine. I'll...
Gather your feathers about you.
Sure is
The last
something.
fragment is within those ruins.
Now what?
Can I use that one? So I guess I meant to use different one. Okay, and guess this one. There. This doesn't look like a 6 hour
You've flown true.
quest.
The luminary Indrik store is close. Find the path to the top.
Unless
and
there
take the
is
next step on
something
your journey.
Something else. The quest name is Wing of the Indrik. I don't know.
It has been many long years since a mortal entered my domain. And now here you are, following in Ulfsild's footsteps. Welcome to my domain, adventurer, bearer of my fable. I sense the power of the Scholarium within you. Your ink-stained hands have touched the altar's magic. I sensed too when Ulfsild's essence faded from this realm. After all these years, do you hope to be her inheritor?
I might be. I'm still new to this.
I sense potential. You hunger for power, much as Ulfsild did when she sought me out all those years ago. I will ask you the same question I asked her. Do you deserve this power? The power to edit grimoires, to rewrite magic? An honest answer, and wise. I offer the power to maim or mend, to blast with flame or freeze with ice. Such a gift is not taken lightly. But first, my door must open once again. Place the fable you carry with you upon the dais.
How will that open your door?
A story is never just a story. It has the power to change from within and without. The fable of the Indrik acts as a symbolic connection, a commitment from me to you. Place the book and open the path.
I'll place the fable to the day then. Case. Dice.
It's good to taste the ink of the Scholarium upon the air again. Power can mean many things. Its meaning may change with each new day, each turn of the season. Ulfsild learned this hard lesson when the Scalarium slipped away. If I am to teach you as I taught her, I must learn what power means to you.
How do you want to do that?
A scroll nearby details a series of challenges, expressions of power, both subtle and not. Choose two to complete, that I might know what power means to you.
Does it matter which tasks I complete?
You do not know me yet, but I am no taskmaster. Power expressed against one's will is no power at all. Attempt only the challenges that appeal to you. When you are done, return, and we will take your next step together.
I'll return when the challenges are done.
Rest easy. I would not set you to task without cause. There is method to my mindset. In the meantime, you have many questions. Mortals always do.
Where are we?
My pocket domain, shaped and hewn into being in the same way I chose my form. I find it a pleasant respite from the larger world. Other luminary domains may have been formed with different goals.
Every luminary has their own domain, their own wing like this.
Indeed. Each of us formed a pocket realm as we were born. None of us could answer the question of why, if that has risen to the top of your mind. Each of us has an opinion, of course, but that's also in our very nature, it would seem.
What's your opinion?
I think we are very alone, each of us. And Aetherius, in its wisdom, did not wish us to be both alone and wandering. This sense of isolation is something we each grapple with in our own way. As did Ulfsild, of course. Of course.
Is this place part of the Scholarium?
Only partially. Scribing, even in its earliest incarnations, seemed destined to use a luminary's power. It was Ulfsild's idea to bind my domain to the Scalarium, which in turn led to great achievements and those beautiful doors.
Your power runs into the Scholarium through the door.
In Ulfsild's time, yes, it did. The strength of the luminaries channeled into the very heart of the scribing altar allowed for incredible feats. And may do so again, depending on how you fare.
Why does it look like the Somerset Isle?
The noble beast whose shape I chose felt right at home among these falling petals and verdant greens. When I need a moment's peace, or to rid my mind of stray thoughts, I'm grateful that this was the space that formed around me. I would be disappointed if you did not. Scribing is an art esoteric, translating the...
Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that first one was dark anchors. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna do dark anchors, dark anchor and delve.
Watch your pockets.
I guess it doesn't matter which one. Okay. one, there is one, there is active one. Wrong way. It's already open? Nope. What is this lag? Okay, it might be that I only doubt that there is enough undead.
Long.
You're not prepared for a fight with us.
The plan is in place. You are but an inconvenience.
Come on. Lucky. Ooh. I'm pretty sure that that's a new one. I'm going the wrong way, yes I was. Okay, well that's the nearest one at the moment. In fact, let's see what that... Okay, Saint and the Seducer. Check if that is already reported to ESO hub. Which way? Oh, here. use of Altmeris. I think that is one for okay, it wasn't. I thought it was one for the music box.
Well done, mortal. You have risen to the challenge. One task remains. If I am to lend you my strength, you must lend me yours. Power for power. A wrong righted, and another step on the path.
What wrong do you want righted?
My own. One day, as I enjoyed the sun upon my pelt, I beheld a hunter tracking an Indrik and her fawn. The hunter moved in to claim their prize, and the hind perished. The fawn leapt for freedom, and the hunter gave chase.
What did you do?
I stepped in. I imbued the fawn with a wisp of my power, but in acting with haste, I acted unwisely. My power protected the fawn true enough, but it gathered the hunter in its wake. Now predator and prey are trapped in a chase unending.
Saving the fawn was mistake.
I granted my power to a being that did not ask for it, and did not know how to use it. The height of arrogance. A vice I have been accused of on occasion. Use the lens, find their trail, and release these poor souls from my power without focus.
Where should I start?
Seek the fawn and the hunter in a southern Auridon cavern. Del's Claim, I believe it is called today. Restore this ill-used power, and I will lend my strength to yours. A signpost on your path to master scribing.
Okay. Okay. So Wing of the Indrik is not, I guess, 6 hours. It's all these wings combined, I think. Oh wait, was there a different way to do this? Ah, okay. Well, this was nice.
Their loss, our gain.
Okay, so it has to be here. Huh? I don't know what the hell happened there. Am I on? Yes. I freaking knew it that I'm in Murkmire. Of course, I have been here before. Pretty sure that this is part of main story. Okay. Where am I now? Ah, okay, Somerset.
Come now, little fawn. You cannot run forever. No quarry can escape me. Hounds after it. You were quite the challenge, little fawn.
Just as I said, my power overwhelms the ward. The ward of that power now binds it. Dispel the ward.
Take my soul.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be headed our way.
You are free, little one. Freedom. What? Ah, of course. You may return with us if you wish.
Oh wait, never mind.
I will see both of you in my domain then.
Come
I
on.
will grant my promised power to the one that sought it, and offer safe. The fawn is safe. My strength returned. And you have had a moment, I hope, to reflect on power and its wise application.
What happens now?
Now, As with Ulfsil before you, I offer you the sigil of the Indrik. You will take it to the altar and imbue my strength within. The power I pass to you will infuse every drop of ink, every sheet of parchment, each whorl and dot upon the page.
What does that mean for my scribing?
Until now, your mastery of the art was limited. With my support, your horizon expands. So too, the vision of your allies. I will ensure their efforts to explore and chronicle the contents of the Scholarium meet with success.
Nalia has returned from the Mages Guild.
Your knight has returned, with allies at her side. But that can wait. Mortal, fable-bearer, friend, accept my gift to you, the power of a luminary of magic.
I accept your gift, Indrik.
You have completed my trials. You have shown wisdom in the use of your power. Take my sigil. Join its essence with the altar. And let the ink, my power is...
Okay.
You don't see that every day. Nalia's going to want to hear about this.
Good to see you again. You'll find her over in the East Wing with our newest arrival.
There you are. I wanted to introduce you. This is Chronicler Ferrandil.
Good to meet you. Nalia and I have been touring the library and have already found, well, some terribly surprising things.
Ferrandil is a chronicler, one of the best the guild has to offer. You two talk a moment, and then we can discuss what comes next.
Chronicler Ferrandil at your service. Chronicler of tomes, scrolls, scripts, and otherworldly delights. I'm glad that I was able to make the trip. I think you'll find my skills quite valuable on this most unexpected expedition.
What is your role here?
I've been tasked with facilitating this lost art form you've rediscovered. Scribing. How novel. As I understand it, you will be contacting and convincing these luminary creatures, empowering the altar and all that.
How will you facilitate scribing?
I'll scour the complex for grimoires and scripts. I've already found quite a few, aided perhaps by that... what's his name? Indrik chap. I've never been led by a faun to a trove of ancient secrets before, but it was an exciting experience.
Thanks, Chronicler.
Don't worry, I will do my very, very best to ensure I have what you're looking for. I take my role as chronicler for this expedition quite seriously.
I have few questions for you.
But of course you do. Ask away, my new friend. Happy to help in any way I can.
The Indrik helped you find supplies.
I believe so, yes. I have a good imagination. You can ask anyone. But I can think of few other reasons for an Indrik faun to be traipsing about the depths of an ancient library carved from a Somerset island.
I wonder if the other luminaries will help you find scripts and grimoires.
I most certainly hope so. This place is massive, and any assistance they might put forward would be deeply appreciated. You can tell them that Chronicler Ferrandil said so when you speak to them.
What does the Chronicler do exactly?
In the Great Mages Guild hierarchy, it's a bit of an informal title. It's passed around by a few adepts, like myself, with a penchant for the identification and illumination of ancient secrets.
You're selling things, though. Is chronicler a fancy title for a clerk?
Isn't it beautiful down here? Just exquisite chisel work on the walls. When the votary here described this place, well, I just had to come along. And I'm so very glad I did.
It's good to be back. I know it took some time to get us all down here. Apologies. Archmage Galarian and the Votary Commander needed significant convincing to turn this into a full-fledged expedition. How did it go with the Crow?
I met my first luminary, the Indrik, and he lent his strength to the altar.
You just continue to impress again and again. With the luminary strength added to the altar, who knows what you'll be able to accomplish? As you might imagine, guild leadership is very interested in the art of scribing.
Does that mean you will be staying here in the Scholarium?
For the duration. You have more luminaries to find. This complex needs to be explored, and the secrets of scribing are just waiting to be teased from the past. What about you, friend? This expedition would be nothing without you.
I'm committed, Nylia. Let's get to it.
Magnus be praised. We've secured supplies for a full-fledged expedition. You've allied with your first luminary, and the altar surges with new power. Not bad for a day's work.
Okay.
What happens next is up to you, be it griffin, netch, or dragon. We've gathered their fables in the main hall. If you have any questions, let me know. Except for what's beyond the unmarked door.
We don't know what's beyond the unmarked door.
We do not. Julian and I have already begun speculating based on some early hints. Our best guess? It's Ulfsild's private study. But I suppose we'll find out, won't we?
Have you asked the Crow?
I did, and she was a bit cryptic. I mean, especially cryptic. Sometimes it's hard to tell with a magical talking crow, but she seemed like she didn't want to talk about it.
Can we talk more about the chronicler?
You mean Ferandil? I reached out to him while I was waiting for the Votary Commander to decide what she wanted me to do. I've worked with him in the past, and he's unusual, but he's the best at what he does.
He's going to be selling the things we find here.
Absolutely. We're relying on him to help us understand what's useful, what's valuable, and what's just scrap paper. He told me the altar is already vibrating along his transmutational axis. I have no idea what that means, but I think it's good.
What does he do?
Ferandil has this way of getting his hands on things you wouldn't expect. Like, he's got a sixth sense about ancient relics and magic. Basically, he's a treasure hunter and merchant, but he's extremely reliable.
Okay. So... what's this? Ah, okay. So let's see what this has to offer. Okay, so burst. Ah, okay. Is there anything else? No.
Scripts and grim.
Okay, these are quite expensive. Okay. So next I have a choice. Dragon, Griffin, or Fetch? Wasn't it Netch? Yeah. Navel of the Fetch? What? Fable of Dragon? Fable... Navel of the Fetch. Okay. But anyway, I think I'm gonna do Fable of the Dragon next. But that's on next episode, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on next one. Bye.